Hi friends, my name is Miss Anastasia. Welcome to NOR Neighborhood Place Spinning Tales. Today we are going to be reading Clifford's First Autumn. Hi, I'm Emily Elizabeth and I have a dog named Clifford. When Clifford was a tiny puppy, he loved the summertime. He went to play in the park every day. Clifford chased the birds, but he never caught one. On the way home, he always stopped to smell the flowers. Then summer ended. One morning, Clifford woke up to hear the radiator hissing. See, this is a radiator, which is kind of like a heater. I picked him up so he could see out the window. He was surprised to see smoke coming out of his nose. It was just his breath in the frosty morning air. Fall had come. So that means it's cold when we can see our breath outside. I put on a warm coat and I took Clifford out. The park looked different. There were leaves all over the ground. Clifford couldn't chase the birds because they were all flying south. So the birds fly somewhere warmer so that they're not cold during the winter. The flowers were gone and there were pumpkins in their place. Clifford had never seen pumpkins before. Oh no! He jumped up and crashed. Pumpkins rolled all over the street. Now where did Clifford go? Sometimes Clifford was a naughty puppy. Look, he's up in the fruit. We said goodbye to the store owner and went into the park. A gust of wind blew more leaves off the trees. At first, Clifford was frightened. That means he's scared. Then he started to chase the leaves. It was so much fun. We saw a big pile of fallen leaves. Clifford plunged in. Whee! That was so much fun. Then a strange object bounced right in front of Clifford. What is that? There was a long string on it and Clifford took hold of the string and he ran. So look, he's running away with it. Suddenly, a boy grabbed the object, and I guess he didn't see Clifford. Look, he's floating behind him. A lot of kids came running after the boy, and one girl shouted, "Hey, there's a puppy on the football!" The boy dropped the ball, so Clifford took it and ran. He crossed the white line, and all the kids cheered. Clifford had scored a touchdown. The kids told me Clifford was a very special dog. They should see him now. Look how huge he is. Clifford the big red dog. Okay, friends, to go along with our special book today, we are going to make a sensory leaf activity. So this is what it looks like when it's all finished, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it. So for this project, you will need a large bag about the size of your paper. So I have a pretty big piece of paper, so I need a pretty big bag. If you're using a smaller piece of paper, you can use a smaller bag. This is a brown piece of paper, but you can use any color that you would like. You also need fall colors of paint. So I have orange, green, a glittery yellow, and red. Some tape, because we are going to tape it to the table when we're painting, and a pair of scissors to cut out our leaf. So the first step is to fold your paper in half. So we're gonna fold it hot dog style, which means that it is lengthwise like this. So when it's folded in half, it'll look long. You can draw a leaf shape if you want to trace it. I'm just going to cut it out just from memory. So I know there's a stem at the bottom, and I'm going to make my leaf kind of round like the one that we made for the example. So I just make a little wavy line, cut around it, and then cut through the top. So at the end, your leaf looks like this. So this will be what my leaf will look like for my picture. So inside of our bag, we are going to squirt just a little bit of paint. You're gonna open it all the way up. Take your paint and put a couple drops of each color. If you put too much paint, it will kind of blend together. I did one with a little bit too much paint and it turned all brown. So I'm gonna put a couple drops of orange, a couple drops of green. My yellow has glitter in it, so we want a lot of that so it can spread through the colors. And then a couple drops of red. So once you have all of your drops of paint in there, it'll look like this. You can squeeze some of the air out so it's flat, and we will seal it. Make sure it's sealed really well, because if it's not sealed well, when we go to press it out on the table, it is going to smear out of the bag and it can make a mess. So we'll lay our leaf over the top of it so you can see where you want your design. And then we will use tape to tape it down to the table. So just put a little bit on each corner so that it doesn't move too much. Then our next step is to basically finger paint the leaf. So we finger paint in class with paint on our fingers. For this project, you can smear it around with your hand and it's not going to make your hands messy. So you'll move the colors through the shape of the leaf in whatever design that you want. So you can mix the colors around, make sure all the glitter gets spread through it. And whenever you're done, you can take it off of the table and your project will look like this. Thanks, friends.